I'm Ellis Wyatt.
How can I help you?
I'll make this quick. I came here today because, well, I met your brother and I was hoping that someone in this business still had a brain. If you and your brother try to undermine me or go to the government like you did to destroy my best friend, Dan Conway...
Maybe you should let me explain what happened.
Maybe you should let me finish speaking!
Now, that was a clip from the brand new movie Atlas Shrugged, based on Ayn Rand's famous novel. And I sat down with Graham Beckel, a friend of this program, who stars in the film. You just saw him there. And he explained why Hollywood liberals don't want you to see this movie. And joining us is Graham Beckel, of course, well known, his brother Bob Beckel, a frequent person on this program. Now, this new film, which is the film version of the best-selling book Atlas Shrugged, I got an early copy. Not only was the movie phenomenal, you've been in how many great movies? You were phenomenal in this movie, and I'm not sucking up to you. This has become one of my favorite movies.
Well, thank you very much. What I liked about working on this film, it was the first time anybody who worked on the film, including all the IATSE guys and the Screen Actor Guilds, the only time we've ever worked on a film where the hero was a businessman, where they weren't a buffoon, they weren't a villain, they were like the hero of the story. They're the guys who made the world work. And that was so refreshing, because we've endlessly worked on stuff where those people are marginalized and made fun of.
You know, and it was just the opposite, because the movie exposes how government and people with special agendas, those that support redistribution, have spent their entire lives demonizing the job creators, the wealth creators, the people that have advanced the human condition.
Yeah.
And it's topsy-turvy. It's just the opposite.
Yeah, yeah, it's really odd. And the portrait, I think the portrait, Sean, of the collusion between the other private interests working with the government to undermine another private entity is what's really interesting and telling about her understanding of where we were headed.
Well, what's interesting, it's been a long time since I read the book, but it seems extraordinarily true to form to me. And the other thing that really struck me as I'm watching is the extent to which this collusion exists, and more importantly, how she almost had a crystal ball.
Yeah.
And could see the future.
That's exactly right.
And I think a lot of what she was warning about is happening today before our very eyes. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's absolutely happening before our eyes. And every portion of that book, this is only, the movie is only the first third of the book.
Right.
The book itself is broken into 3 parts. In all portions of that book, you'll find things that are immediate to what the situation is today in the relationship between the individual, the company, and the government. It's fascinating.
And the demonization of big business and capitalism and class warfare.
Oh, yeah.
All the things that we discuss on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Now, from what I understand, the rights to this book were held for 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't this movie get made sooner?
Well, you might ask. I mean, probably because you had a film that required a studio having some faith in it. And again, you got a businessman who's a hero, a couple of business people who are heroes. That's not a big sell. They're not necessarily sympathetic characters to a general audience. Then I know, I'm not going to name names, but I know that certain powerful directors who could have made this thing happen refused to do it because of the politics involved.
Yeah. One of the things that's interesting to me is this does fit your worldview. I'm a conservative, Reagan conservative. That's how I identify myself politically. You're a little bit more libertarian.
Well, no, yeah, I'm an independent, anti-imperialist conservative.
Yeah, and you despise everything about your brother's politics. Not your brother. You love your brother, but you hate his politics.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. I don't understand why it is that he can't apply. He's a pretty bright guy. Reason and mathematics to the problem at hand, and he seems to not think that that's of any interest. That accumulating great debt for the public good.
He loves Obama.
He's infatuated with Obama. It's again, you know, it's like many of the people in Los Angeles, and I don't think I'm wrong in saying this, that Barack Obama is something of a fashion accessory for for their liberal identities, political identities. It's really bizarre.
I'm sure it was just by pure accident, by the way, that you're releasing this on April 15th.
Yeah, no, of course.
All right, now here's the next question. One of the concerns is, this is part one.
Yeah.
If this is successful, parts 2 and 3 will be made.
That's correct.
But yet there's resistance maybe to get widespread distribution. Why? The movie is so good. I watched it. I got a preview copy. It's phenomenal. Why is there any reason given that this doesn't get widespread distribution?
Well, part of it is a question of time. The film was just shot last summer, and then the post took the fall. And then once you're dealing with distributors, they have a schedule. So it was kind of a rush distribution deal. So what they've done is set up a website where people can go, and if they're interested in having the film in their city or their town, then they can just log on there and say where it is they live.
And it's Atlas Shrugged, the movie, or?
Atlas Shrugged Movie 1.
Movie 1, okay.
The number 1.
Okay.
.com.
Okay. Well, it's phenomenal work. I really wish you the best and success. Graham, good to see you. Best of luck with the movie.
Thanks a lot.
Atlas Shrugged comes out April 15th. Appreciate you being here.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you. And that is a great movie. I hope you have time to see it. And that is all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Tonight.